All right, guys. I feel like I have such a smooth voice right now. How do you guys feel about that? Put your hand on my shoulder. Hold me in your arms, baby. So that's pretty smooth. Ooh. Wow. Turning my cell phone. All right, guys. A little bit of drama. A little bit of tea. With Hunter Avalone, the former conservative turned progressive. That's it. I have no more adjectives or nouns. I don't know what it is. Anyway, apparently he signal boosted a dox on Keffals, then had a conversation with Keffals, and everybody got mad at Keffals for getting mad that they got doxed. That's what it seems like to me. So we're gonna watch this quick clip. It's censored, but here's the clip of them doxing.
Actually find the docs.
Go.
Just now, it was posted. And
but okay.
But I mean, I'll scroll through this really fast. I don't want to show the docs or anything, but on stream,
bro, I just don't know how you made this mistake. How do you do this?
Is posted here and then down below as well.
Why do we do this? I just don't. How do you make that mistake? How do you make that mistake, brother?
I don't
get
see
it.
Flamenco anywhere on this page.
Okay.
People are asking what page this is on. Also, the docs was on page. There's a.
It sounded like he said. I'm not gonna say it. But you should have doxed his mouth too. Anyway, okay.
There's 600 pages in this thread. This is why I feel like it's not totally fair to fault anybody on this thread for having some kind of complicity in the docs.
Okay, that's fair. I don't know how I mean, not for nothing. I personally don't understand how you make this mistake. Not only do you show the docs on a stream, you then tell people exactly where to find it. I mean, we're beyond a mistake at this point. I mean, you just actively signal boosted it. I personally, how do you mess that up? How do you make that mistake? Like, I get, okay, maybe he accidentally changed the screen. Like, it was supposed to be like, I know people transition between like, oh, small papa, big papa. Woo, very cool stuff, guys, right? But then usually like, yeah, it's on page here on the thread. I just feel like, what are you doing, bro? Why you can't? I don't know, but okay. Let's see what the video is. This is from Hunter.
There was so much valid criticism she had towards me. Like
we're not gonna watch the beginning here because it's gonna be in the video. We're not gonna watch the based clip at the beginning of a video.
No worries. I'm still trying to figure out exactly.
All right, here's the conversation with Keffals.
Why you thought it was okay to do what you did. This is like kind of insane. I saw the clip.
All right, so apparently all super chat donations will be donated to the Trevor Project. So he's donating to charity. Oh, that's nice, but it still doesn't change what happens. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, I think it's good. I think it's great that you're donating money to this for making this. I don't know what the Trevor Project is. Is that in response to that? What is this Trevor Project? Oh, it's an LGBTQ organization. Cool. But we have to understand that, like, it doesn't to me, it's a really nice thing, but it doesn't mean anything when it comes to like an apology, because like, to me, if you feel like that should be like part of the context, I think it's a really good thing to do. But if you're like, yeah, well, I'm donating to charity, so what I did was okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. Oh, well, I'm donating to charity, so what I did was okay. Well, no. You know what I mean? So personally, I don't think that this is something that it should be considered, because it sounds like it's a really nice thing for him to do. 100%. But like, I don't think that we should let's not, it doesn't absolve him, right? He signal boosted the docs on Keffals.
It's like,
yeah, well, no, that's why I'm glad you're letting me talk to you, because I don't think it was okay. I mean, it was a very big mistake that I'm really sincerely sorry for. I wasn't thinking. I was being really negligent with the stuff showing on screen, and
then saying it out loud. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of bad. Like, how do you do it on accident? Is my question.
It was totally a fuck up on my end. I know which clip you're talking about.
Yeah.
And admittedly, that looked even worse than the actual mistake was, because they clipped everything together when it wasn't like rapid fire, all that shit at once.
Right.
But still, I don't know. I'm just really sorry. I don't expect you to even accept my apology. I just want it to be known that, like, I really didn't have any malintent going into that. I mean, I was defending you in regards to how bad doxing is because I myself have been doxed on Kiwi Farms. But I was just really irresponsible with showing that thing on screen. So I don't know. I'm really sorry.
I mean, I'm glad that you're sorry. I think the confusing thing is I saw bits of the stream beforehand, and you were basically just shit-talking me the entire time before getting to that point. I didn't see the part where you actually started defending me on anything.
I mean, I was saying how there was like an absurd and abhorrent amount of transphobia that I was seeing on the Kiwi Farms thing, and that doxing is never okay. I mean, yeah, I was criticizing you, sure, but that's no excuse for showing your dox or dead name like that. That wasn't my intent.
Oh, that's another thing too. The dead naming. So that's a name that Keffals must have had before. I don't even know what their name is now. Keffals? I don't know.
That's the thing. Is like, I'm not the type of person that would go out fucking doxing people. Like, I recognize that as being really bad, and that's part of the reason why I'm so glad that you're just letting me come on here to apologize to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna own up to it. Like, of course, I was kind of talking shit and criticizing you in some regards before that Kiwi Farms thing, but that was not like, it wasn't like me criticizing you and then like, haha, now I will show Keffals dox. Haha, like it was really not like that.
I understand the intent wasn't there, but you ended up doing the exact same thing that the people do who have that intent. And I think that's the biggest issue. That's the problem that I had with Flamenco and the problem that I had with Destiny. It's like they are sharing that link. So they're sharing my dead name around, first of all, because it's in the link. And then they are sharing the thread that contains doxing information for me, for my mother, for several of my Twitch mods.
Yeah, no, that's totally fucked up. But I mean, in fairness, I saw the Destiny logs where it seemed as if he put like a URL directly there. I didn't really go to that.
Did Destiny do that? That's kind of a dick move. Well, it is a dick move, but okay.
Extent, but I can definitely see how it was. It could be, basically, I can see how it could come across that way. And I
know a lot of people don't like Keffals, and a lot of people kind of want everybody to instantaneously shit on them. But like I said 100 times before, I don't operate like that. I'm not going to operate based on what people say. It's more like of experiencing the situations. Like I saw the Ricky Berwick thing is probably the first thing that I saw, and a lot of people were like, "See, she was calling him a white supremacist and a neo-Nazi," which was definitely disproportionate language. But the association with Stone Toss, seeing the stuff that he posts, like, yeah, I could see why she would say that, even if I think it's still disproportionate, because I don't think Ricky was educated on that stuff, because the comics were really bad. And before you say, like, guys, they're just jokes, you have to understand that, like, yeah, jokes are fun, and they can be. Jokes can also be, like, vehicles to be used to push a particular narrative, right? That's what political comedians do all the time. So, like, when you make a joke about how the great replacement theory is real, about how, like, immigrants are displacing white people and ruining our country, like, yeah, what's the joke? You know what I mean? Like, what, explain, like, if you do not agree with that, like, why did you make a joke about it? It's an interesting thing to just joke about, but I don't believe it. Well, okay, I guess, but you probably do. You just think it's funny to joke about it.
I also agree that even regardless of...
And also, like, how the Holocaust didn't happen, that's another thing. Or, 6 million, that question is another joke. I mean, I just don't get the joke.
My intent, the potential for real harm was there.
Yeah.
And that's like another reason why I genuinely am really sorry, because...
But you didn't seem to think that. Because, like, you were, even in the clips, you were defending Flamenco, saying, like, oh, he didn't actually post the docs.
I don't know if I would say that I was defending Flamenco. I was curious about how much involved...
Her versus Stardust. Yeah, she just started screaming. I think it was a little crazy. Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty nuts. She got unhinged. It was a little unhinged for sure. That's true.
Involvement he had with your docs. That's why I was even on the Kiwi Farms thing to begin with, because I watched your debate with Stardust. Are you still there?
You said it's like not... Yeah, you said in the clip, it's not fair to fault anyone in the thread for having complicity in the docs.
Yeah, I should have said it's not fair to fault everyone in the thread. That was a misspeak on my part,
yeah,
I guess.
I mean, I agree with
that.
that.
There are definitely some people in that thread that are totally complicit in the docs, 100%.
I think 100% of the people in the thread are complicit because it's a mob mentality. It's a group behavior.
I don't know about that. I guess it depends on the situation. If they're egging it on, then for sure. But if they just happen to post, what's the thread about? I don't want to. I guess I can't look at it. Was the thread, hey guys, I want to dox Keffals, or was it like Keffals stinks? Right? Like, because if they're just saying Keffals stinks, and maybe you do stink. Maybe people are telling you to take a shower. You smell it. I don't really know what to tell you. Like, if people don't like you online, part of it could be a disproportionate response. Part of it could be the way that you interact. So I don't really know the context of the thread. I have no interest in seeing it because I'm not going to, like, look at it or signal boost that thread. But, I don't know about, that context matters.
And everyone who's in the thread who isn't actively against that behavior is encouraging that behavior.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a little, I don't know. It's a little disproportionate. It's a little crazy. It's a little bit of it's a little bit of an intense perspective.
I'm not here to defend Flamenco or Kiwi Farms. Like I said, the only reason I was even on Kiwi Farms to begin with is because I saw your debate with Stardust, and I was thinking, oh, well, I want to see how much involvement it seemed that Flamenco had with the actual docs. So just to be really clear, like it was not as if I was like maliciously trying to find your docs to then share on my stream.
Of course, I know you weren't. I know, like you say, you weren't malicious with it, and I get that. I understand. Even though I know you don't like me, I don't actually know much about you. I think you like blocked me because I ratioed someone or something. That really isn't.
Is that true? What?
The point. We don't have to like each other. The thing is, though, that to me, this is an internet drama. The only reason I'm talking about it is because I think it's incredibly irresponsible for content creators to signal boost this information and treat it like it is drama, because it directs the people who do have that malicious intent to a community where they will be accepted and encouraged in that behavior.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you too. That's why I
think we're almost like engaging in that Streisand effect, though, right? Where it's like you try to suppress something so much, people start to like engage with it more.
Realized my mistake. I deleted the VODs. I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
well, that's good. That's good.
It's like, I understand, like, even you said, like, I came up on Hinge during the Stardust conversation, but it's like, when it's at the point where not only me, but my moderators and my family have their safety threatened, it's no longer drama. It's not.
It was crazy. Is the entire chat's been censored the whole time? Why did you need to do that? Wait, what was being said in your chat? What the fuck? Wait, why did you need to censor that?
Not a game anymore. It's not something that I'm doing
doxing
for money.
is not doxing is not like internet drama. But just to be clear, I didn't show any of that information on my stream, not even by accident. It's not just
No, you just said the page number where it could be found and showed the link.
True.
Did I show the link?
You went on to the site itself.
Oh, the URL up in the corner. Yeah, I mean, that would have been just equally then, considered my my massive error there, lapse of judgment, I guess. But like, I don't know. It definitely has the potential to cause real harm, and doxing is not internet drama. But yeah, that's the thing, is like, I don't really know what else to say, because I'm not here to like try and defend myself, because I recognize that the mistake I made is indefensible. So yeah, I mean, it's just fucked up. I'm really sorry you're going through that too.
Okay,
because
like, I respect that about you, because you were the first person who was actually engaged in this behavior who's willing to say it.
Well, because I mean, and part of that is literally because my intent was not to be engaged in that behavior. The only reason that I even showed the thing on screen to begin with, which I know people listening are probably not going to believe me, but the reason I even showed it there was simply to just show the stream how convoluted and chaotic the massive amounts of threads even were. And that's the thing, is I was a total fucking moron because I didn't see the very top, which I should have seen. And so, I mean, I don't know. I'm totally owning up to the fact, though, that I made a irresponsible mistake there, 100%.
But it's like you did the same thing. You ended up doing the exact same thing that Flamenco did, and the exact same thing that Destiny did, where it's like, okay, you might not be actively engaging on the forum. You might not have been actively posting docs.
Just that, again.
But by talking about it and by monetizing the content on that site, you are literally making money off of the targeted harassment that I receive online.
Well, I'm sorry, wait, by talking about it?
Yeah, by talking about it, by using the content from that website, but you're monetizing it.
Well, I mean, like, he made a mistake by signal boosting it and showing it on stream and saying what page number could be found on. But, like, the conversation about it, you kind of started it. Listen, I don't know the whole thing with you and Flamenco, or Keffals and Flamenco. I know Flamenco is kind of it's got shit on into oblivion. But, I mean, you were saying that he was complicit in the docs and that he took part in the docs, but then it turns out that it doesn't really seem like he was engaged in it. Maybe he posted in the thread, but he didn't, like, signal boost it. I could be wrong. And so then people are like, oh, let me go investigate what's happening. Let's see if what you're saying is true. And then they're going, and they're like, oh, I don't know if this is true. And, I mean, like, this is one of those things where, you can't have your cake and eat it, too, right? You're talking about the situation. You're going to expect people to do their due diligence.
Well, I gotta
and check out what you were saying, right? Like, that would be my expectation for you to do your due diligence, right? So yeah, I feel like that makes sense to me.
You've posted the link, or at least the logs where Destiny posted the link to it, and I know you've talked about the Kiwi Farms thing, like, on your stream, right? Like, I wasn't getting content off of it. I was explaining the situation, really. Somebody was on at the time, too, giving me your perspective on things as well. So, or at least they were trying to, but yeah.
You talking about it on a stream that's monetized is making money. It is monetizing it.
Wait. Yeah, I don't think there's a problem with me simply talking about the Kiwi Farms thread. The problem was showing the dead name in the docs.
I disagree with that. He's right about that. Like, there's no problem with him talking about it. Even again, you engaged in it by accusing somebody that it's like their fault. But...
I mean, like, you went far beyond even just like talking about it.
Wait, I was.
And when you did
but
talk
you
about
were
it,
talking about it in the Stardust debate. That's why I even went to Kiwi Farms to begin with, right?
Yeah, I talked about it in the Stardust debate because I wanted to give Stardust the answer of why I treat her the way why I treat her the way I do, knowing the types of people she's friends with.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, and I don't know what else. Like, I keep feeling like I don't really know what to say because I'm not here to defend Stardust. I don't know how talking about something that is now like been completely boosted even by you. You've talked about the problems with the Kiwi Farms thing. How is me talking about it also now like somehow reflects poorly on me for?
Hey, guess what? Guess what, guys? When I post this on YouTube, I'm also going to be talking about it and making money.
Making money off of it? Just by the way, just to be clear, this stream right now, all super chats too. I'm donating to the Trevor Project, so I'm not profiting off of this. Like I'm not trying to profit off of this shit. So,
by the way, my name is Trevor.
Look, I'm saying it as a general issue. This is something that a lot of people have been doing. I understand you didn't have malicious intent, but the problem is that people are using this information. They're making these videos about it, and they're monetizing this group of people. They're taking content from my thread. They're basically taking from the arsenal of this group that is engaged in this insane harassment campaign against me and turning it into money for themselves.
I feel like that's very possible that people are doing that, but I don't think that that's fair to lump me in with that group of people. I was not going on Kiwi Farms for a long extended period of time showing it to my stream where I was like laughing at memes or some shit. I was scrolling through this only on my end. Nobody on stream could see it. And I was remarking about how much vitriolic and disgusting behavior there was.
Like you started the three.
Jesus Christ. Hold on. That's crazy. So, first of all, when it comes to the question about making money off of content, like that's the job, right? You made a claim about something and people are going to fact check it. Hunter was doing his due diligence. He just did it the wrong way by showing it on his stream and signal boosting it. That was really dumb. I don't know how you accidentally tell people what page it's on. That was like stupid. Like you really, that's the thing is like, I don't know how you did it on accident. That's my thing. I really don't know how you did it on accident, but either way, you know, people, you seem like a nice guy. I really just don't get that. I really don't. Like, I get the showing it on stream on accident. I just don't get that. It's on page, blah, 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 you know. But, you know, maybe it could be just a big mistake. But anyway, yeah, people make content and they maybe get money. Now, in this like field, you're supposed to make your content genuinely, and then you make money as a side piece. So, but like that's what seems like he was trying to do. Hey, I'm going to look into this drama, or excuse me, this controversy, because you're talking about it. At the end of the day, you know, ideally nobody would talk about anything in this case at all, but you keep talking about it and bringing it up, and I get why you'd be pissed. But at this point, stop associating with these people. If you have an issue with Flamenco, don't associate with them. Don't associate with Stardust if you have an issue with Flamenco. You know, like, hey, you know what? I don't like people who associate with Flamenco, so I'm not going to interact with... There's nothing wrong with that. That's, like, the mature thing to do. Could they be acting better? Maybe. But at the end of the day, you can only control so much. And by constantly talking about it, you're just signal boosting it. You're just continuously signal boosting it. That's just kind of the reality. So.
You started the stream off by saying, I guess I'm a bad person if I laugh about a trans person getting deplatformed. Literally, the only reason you're doing this right now is to save face because you realize you fucked.
Wait, what did he? Why did he say that?
Getting deplatformed. Started the stream off by saying, I guess I'm a bad person if I laugh about a trans person getting deplatformed. Literally, the only reason you're doing this right now is to save face because you realize you fucked up.
Okay, I mean,
that's it.
Again, I recognize that you're probably not going to accept my apology, and that's fine. I also recognize that you're mad at me, and I think that you actually have valid reason to be mad at me, especially because, like I said, I made a pretty bad mistake there as far as showing the docs and the dead name. Even if it was by mistake, it still had a potential to cause real harm, and for that I am truly sorry. But I don't think that it's fair for you to, again, try and say that I'm not sorry for making an actual mistake because
maybe he's not sorry, but at this point, like, who gives a shit? All you can do is push and kind of move on. You know, like, I feel like that's what you should do. You don't have to accept the apology. Just be like, all right, I hear you. I just don't accept the apology. I think you're an asshole. Bye. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, do your thing.
Expressed something that I disagreed with you on. That has nothing to do with the docs.
What did you do exactly that is fundamentally different than what Flamenco did?
I don't know what Flamenco did. That's why I was on the thread to begin with.
You don't know what Flamenco did, but you were willing to say at the end that he has no complicity?
Did I ever say that he had no complicity?
I mean, I can go over the clip.
Time to debate, bro.
Again.
I think I said... it's unfair to say that anyone in this thread had complicity, which I should have said everyone in the clip, meaning that because there's such a massive amount of engagement in that thread, over 600 pages or so, that it's hard to say that everybody who was in that thread somehow was complicit in the docs. That's the only point that I was trying to make.
I mean,
I agree with that.
I guess you more than some other people, you actually published my docs in a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, after you spent like the entire
recognize
stream,
that there was a mistake. I don't know what you want me to say at this point.
After you spent like the entire stream shit talking me to the audience.
Well, first of all, I had valid reason to be shit talking you. What you said on Twitter was incredibly stupid. But
what did she say on Twitter? I'm just wondering because I feel like there's so much context. Like, what were they trash talking her for? You know what I mean? Maybe it was valid. Okay.
What did I say?
You said that anybody that laughs at you getting deplatformed hates trans people.
Yes,
that is a little silly.
In the instance that I got deplatformed.
Listen, it seems like a lot of people don't really like Keffals, probably for a reason. Personally, I'm not there. Keffals seems decent enough to me. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But it seems like people have a reason. So like, why would that be me hating trans people if I laughed about it? I didn't, but like, why would it be if I did? You know.
I stand by that 100%.
Why?
Okay.
But in the instance that I got deplatformed for, I stand by that 100%.
Why?
Okay, that's fine. I didn't come here to argue with you about your Twitter stuff. We can talk about that in a minute if you want. But like, I don't think again that it's fair for you to say because I was criticizing you and then I made a mistake when scrolling through a Kiwi Farms thing. While mind you, I was expressing repeatedly to the audience that doxing it sucks. I can't believe the amount of vitriol that's on.
Excuse me, doxing is sus, is what you meant to say.
On this page here, my intent was again not to show this maliciously. So for you to try to say or suggest that I was in some way malicious or not really sorry because I also was criticizing you prior, that is completely unfair. That doesn't make any sense at all.
No, it's completely fair. It's 100% fair because if you spend the majority of the time trying to make me out to be a non-sympathetic person to your audience, and then you give them the information that could be used to harm me, how is that not fair?
See how you're.
I mean, okay, so based on her framing, I see what she's saying, but I just feel like it's not great framing, right? So like she's saying, hey, if you shit talk me to your audience and then you signal boost the docs, you know, that's potentially putting you're signal boosting it to people who don't like me. That's a fair statement to make, but I mean, he's riding off of the fact that he seems to have valid criticism. Okay, but based on what we heard, that you said that you're transphobic if you think it's funny that you got doxxed. Again, I don't think it's funny, but I don't see how it's transphobic, right? So like, it seems like kind of a dishonest framing a little bit there.
You're framing this again. You keep on framing this in a way.
Hey, thanks for the raid, ripped redneck. Thanks, brother.
Say that. You make it sound as if I was on here saying, hey guys, Keffals sucks. By the way, here's her docs. Here's her dead name.
True.
It was the opposite. I was saying, I don't agree with Keffals. I disagree with this opinion that she expressed. However, doxing is never okay. That's fucking disgusting. The dead naming is just repulsive. This is the kind of shit that I fight against on a day-to-day basis when I debate transphobes. So again, like I can criticize you if I want to or whatever, but that is not connected to the mistake I made as far as showing the Kiwi Farms thing.
Yeah.
Like that was an actual error where I didn't have proper judgment and I totally fucked up. And I've now I feel as though I'm trying to apologize repeatedly at this point, but I feel like you're trying to somehow still apply malintent to me because I was criticizing you prior. Like criticizing people is not the equivalent to then going and trying to dox that person. That's why I realized I made an obvious mistake and have deleted the VODs and have trying to apologize to you.
Right.
Crazy.
I mean, I just like can't understand how in the first place. You've been at this game for a long time.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it seems like there's nothing is ever going to really satisfy her here. I don't know. I wonder at this point. I guess my question would be, somebody said I dead named my friend on accident. He stabbed me 18 times. Incredible. I was gonna. What we should have asked is like, hey, well, what would make you happy? What is it that I could say that would make you feel better? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's probably nothing that he could say. You know, he made a mistake. I don't even think that she doesn't have to forgive him. That's the thing. She doesn't have to forgive him at all. But I feel like at this point, you're kind of beating a dead horse. You know, you're allowed to be upset because it's a shitty thing that he did, even if it was a mistake. Like, you don't have to forgive people. Just so you guys know that. I'm just letting you know that. But at this point, it kind of feels like we're, you know, I don't know. If I was Keffals, truly, I mean this very truly, I think that you should try to be a little more careful about the way that you present yourself on the internet. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like, these are the moments that give people ammunition to be like, see, Keffals is fucking insane, right? Like, you got doxxed, which is not your fault. and then somebody signal boosted it. That's their fault, obviously. But at this point, it's like, I don't know. It's like a weird, like, you're ruining credibility with a lot of people, and it's going to be a contributing factor to why they bad faith you in the future. You know, it's one of the things where sometimes when you're pissed off, maybe you should just, I don't know, tell a friend. When people do shit to me sometimes, even on the internet, I fucking bitch to my wife. I don't even really like. I don't really vent publicly because it's not really worth it. Because people be like, "Oh, this guy's like," you have to be wary of the way that people look at you. You know, if you wanna be, people are going to pick up on it. They're going to be hesitant. You know, so.
Aren't you like making like SJW cringe compilations back during Gamergate?
I was never a part of Gamergate.
I don't even know. I wasn't around during that.
So like at this one, wait, 5 years ago, weren't you doing this thing? I didn't know. Maybe he was, but he said no. Oh well, I wasn't around then either. Come on, that's a little unreasonable. Now we're really that one. There's no positive framing of that. Now it's just like anything you've done wrong in your past has now come back to haunt you. It's like, come on. Yeah, we're getting a little too crazy at this point.
That time on the internet, so
I was making anti-SJW videos like 7 or 6 years ago.
No.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why I'm less sympathetic about you. It's like, this shit. This isn't
the thing is I feel like you kind of want to start a fight here, where I didn't really come here to like defend myself or start a big fight or get into an argument. I came on here to just.
Dude, how exactly do you think I'm the one starting a fight when you doxed me on your stream?
I'm here to apologize for this after deleting the VODs. As far as my knowledge, there is really no way that this can lead to lasting harm, thank God, because I caught the mistake fast enough to get rid of it. But still, I recognize that I fucked up. I made a mistake. It's not going to happen again. The reason that I feel that you're trying to start a fight is because you keep...
Why is Flamenco TV in your chat right now, by the way?
I don't know.
Well, probably because you're talking about the situation and he probably wants to engage in it. Also, this is actually really good for Flamenco because listen, I'm a little aware of the drama between Flamenco and Nicholas Diorio and Augie RFC. Not super aware of it, but I watched a bit of it. I was like, interesting. And so right now, Flamenco is getting decimated, or at least he was. But guess what? 3 days later, we have this happening, and now this makes Flamenco look good because all of a sudden seems to be to people to be the good guy in this situation. Right? That's how people are interpreting it. And now they're moving on from all the dumb bullshit that he was like, whatever dumb fucking shit that he was saying with like Xander Hall before that. Right? So now, this is almost like a positive ad campaign for Flamenco. People are going to move on and no longer care. Just saying, dude.
I don't know. No, I don't know. People can comment in my chat if they would like to. That's not my problem right now. The thing is that you're trying to walk away from the actual...
Does he comment there frequently?
No.
No, okay.
No.
But you're not going to do any job moderating your chat. Like the people who...
Wait. Keffals,
yes?
Please.
Yes.
Stop.
What?
Stop doing this
Stop
right
what?
now. You're trying to do... No. You're playing this guilt by association game.
Guilt by association? At this point, you fucking doxed me using my Kiwi Farm thread.
So I get that you're going to keep on going back to this.
How are you this much of a manipulated piece of shit? Like, seriously?
The fact that I agreed to come on here to apologize for the doxing thing, and now you are trying to back away from that and try and implicate me.
Oh my God, are you really going to try and be the victim in this situation?
What are you talking about? I am not trying to be any victim. I'm trying to explain.
Dude, you're fucking gaslighting me right now.
I have not said anything, Keffals. Are you okay right now?
Am I okay? Dude,
I'm not gaslighting you.
You are lying to your audience. You are lying to me.
Okay.
You're a fucking liar, dude.
You being mad at me for the...
It's funny. I'm looking at the live VOD because I was like, oh, maybe I'll take a look at what the comments say, but I don't really care that much. What was interesting, though, is I found this. Keffals donated $10 to him. Why would you do this 2 years after you left the right and you are hated by both sides? You haven't changed at all. This is karma for being uninspiring, low-effort Vosh clone. Happy grift. Why would you give this dude $10? Like, if you hate this guy so much, you decided to give him $10 fucking dollars. What are you doing? Why would you give... Bro, sorry. Bro is gender neutral to me. I don't mean to be disrespectful. It's just nuts, man. Fuck. Sorry. Whatever. You get my point. What are you doing? Self-destructive behavior.
The docs, totally valid. That was a fuck up on my part. I take full responsibility. Yeah. But the problem is that I feel as though you're stepping away from the issue of doxing to try and fully implicate me.
For the entire thing. No, shut the fuck up.
Because I don't need to take responsibility for the entire thing.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Because I don't need to take responsibility for criticizing your dumb tweet beforehand. I don't need to take responsibility for that.
You fucking doxed me, dude.
I take responsibility for that, but
And
you
how
are
you
trying
gonna
to then
take
criticize me for
responsibility
other
that?
issues as well.
Exactly. Because if you want to take responsibility for it, why are you not listening about the bigger picture surrounding how you fucked up?
Oh, she said it wasn't her. It's someone on Twitter. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
For it, why are you not listening about the bigger picture surrounding how you fucked up?
Wait, the fuck up was the mistakenly showing the screen which had the docs on it. The fuck up was not me criticizing you prior.
Yes, that is part of it. Because
No,
if
it's
you're going
not.
to make me look
shit.
unsympathetic to your audience before doxing me.
First of all, you're doing a really good job of doing that yourself right now to my audience.
Oh my god!
Second
you
of all,
love flipping this shit. You
second of all, I
manipulator.
was literally calling
You're
you
a
out
fucking liar,
for your
dude.
dumbass
You're a
tweet
liar.
that was trying to say
You're
if you
a
criticize
liar.
me or
You have
or make
never
fun of the
told
fact
truth
that I
this
got
entire
banned.
thing, and the only reason that you're apologizing is because you're like a fucking puppy that pissed on the carpet, and now you're giving me puppy eyes
What is
because you know
happening?
you did something wrong. That's it.
You think it's working? Are you attracted to Hunter? This is just a real question. I wonder. Are the puppy dog guys working? Do you think that this really isn't Keffals? How would I verify that? You can't really verify it on the stream, can you? It just says Keffals. Like, how would you verify this, that it was or wasn't her? Like, how would I do that? You know, like how would I make that work? How do you verify messages from people? Would I block them? Would that do anything? What happens if I block somebody?
Okay, I mean, yeah, you
Okay.
can think what you'd like
All
about
right,
me. That's
no, no,
fine.
no, no.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not
You're
really.
gonna keep like
it-
doing this like ooh woo shit at me.
I'm not
Like,
doing any
okay,
ooh woo shit. I'm trying to stay
okay,
calm. And I'm
okay,
trying to have
I'm
a
not-
human face-to-face conversation with you.
Why
This
is
is
this
crazy.
person upset that I doxed them? Are they okay?
Are you?
Shut up.
You're acting
You're a
like
fucking
unhinged
liar.
right now.
I mean, oh, I fucking snorted because this is killing me. I'm so sorry. You should fucking bananas, dude. I did not. I'm so embarrassed for that. Okay. Let me just go on real quick. Bro, like, listen, she has every right to be upset. All right, she has every right to be upset. But she's going crazy. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna block Hunter Avalone to see if there's any like change in the interaction. So then and if there is, like, there's something there, then I'm gonna block Keffals, and then I'm gonna see if that tweet was actually from. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna see. All right, so I blocked him. Now, if I what are we at? If I press this, will I notice an interaction change? Will there be anything that's different? How do I tell that he's blocked? Did it work? What happened? Did anything change? Nothing changed. What the fuck? What's blocking do then? Like, it doesn't even say that he's blocked. Oh, boomer moment. Let me unblock him. I don't know. I was trying to figure it out. Like, how do I know if that's actually? I wanted to verify to see if it was Keffals or not. I don't know how you would do that. Anyway, let's keep playing the dumb video.
And
You're
acting
acting unhinged
unhinged
right now.
because you
Yes,
doxed
I
me
came
on
up-
your stream. You fucking cuck.
Okay, so
Jesus
can I ask you a
Christ.
question, please?
Yes.
If I have already acknowledged the mistake I made as far as the doxing thing, why are you trying to tie in the prior criticism that I levied against your tweet to somehow fault me for that as well? Do you want to talk? Oh, she left. She left. Oh my god.
Wow.
Holy shit. Yup, there we go again. The bad faith
I guess it does it on chatting and and comments.
nonsense.
That was fun.
So let's make this clear, everybody, that this is not what she's saying. I had Hunter Avalone on my stream. He called me unhinged and asked if I was okay because I got upset that he doxed me on stream.
Okay. All right.
This is insanity. To the
All right.
that is insane. I don't think either of you looked good. She wasn't gonna like accept my apology, but gee, Jesus Christ, a mistake. Again, I'm not playing victim or gaslighting by acknowledging that.
All right. Well, whatever. Interesting. Always fun drama. But I mean, like, again, it's controversy more. You know, she got doxxed. But I mean, I don't know. You're probably not doing yourself any favors by the way that you're acting. Not trying to be rude. I know that you're angry. You have every right to be angry. I'm just saying. Okay. Just saying. Look at her response to Keemstar. Okay. If you've asked for it, Keemstar's the main character. He's in everything. Very sussy. All right, guys. I'm entering day 3 of turning. I mean, like, you should probably stop drawing attention to yourself, but all right. Keemstar says, "What is a dead name?" Okay, let's see. So she said, "Hunter Avalone just shared my dead name on stream and showed his viewers where to find my docs." Now, here's the thing. Check this out. Dead name, a transgender person by their birth. If when you call a transgender person by their birth name, when they have changed their name. Okay, so Keemstar knows that. I feel like Keemstar's not an idiot, so Keemstar knows what dead naming is, and if he doesn't, Google is much faster than Twitter. So he's trying to insert himself a little bit into the drama there. He's bored probably. Then she responded with, "Why the fuck is Keemstar on my replies?" And then says, "Ask one of the teenage girls you sleep with. I'm sure they'll know." Wow. Jesus Christ. He probably shouldn't be saying that, but like I also know Keemstar's instigating it, so like I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah, that's incorrect. He doesn't sleep with teenage girls. He sleeps with girls that are of legal age. But I mean, you also come on, Keem. You know what dead naming is, and if you don't, you know you can Google it. You wanted to insert yourself into this, so you know, yeah, this got a little bit suspicious. But okay. Wow. I'm surprised Keem hasn't responded. Did he not respond? Usually he does. I wonder if he'll find a way to blame me for that. No, he didn't respond to it. I wonder if he'll respond when he wakes up. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.